How destructive is it when the son loves his father? Well, in the book, you have a quote here, right? It says the son loves his father more than the father loves him. How destructive is it when the son loves his father more than the father loves him? And when children say, right? We hear this all the time. Children say they don't need a father. They are doing just fine without them.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, that's a lie. All right. And sometimes that's a coping mechanism because the father isn't available. So it's understandable. If you don't have a father, you're going to say, well, hell, I don't need him because he's not around anyway. But that's not really true. Now, I want to make it clear that there are some or many instances where you don't need a particular father because the person's not good, right? He's not emotionally supportive, financially, he's not there to help things out. He's not present at all physically or otherwise. So in those instances, it makes sense to say, I don't need this particular person. All of us need fathering though, right? Especially men, all of us need fathering. Now, one of the things I point out in the book is that we need fathering because it allows us to experience what one scholar calls sonship. And sonship, if I could put it in the most plainest terms, is not just the role of the son, but what the experiences of the son. And one of the things that does, it eases our anxiety to achieve too much too quick, right? When you have a good father, right, who provides, you don't feel the pressures to have to achieve a lot of things on your own too quick. Like you know well, one of the things that we hear a lot, especially in the city, is we hear mothers say, oh, you got to be the man of the house now. This joker is 7 years old. He don't even know how to change. He can't even change his underwear yet. He's trying to be a father. That can't work. But the pressure is there, right? You hear this all the time from young black men. Oh, I had to be the man of the house at this age. I'm a teenager. I got to be the man of the house. I got siblings. If I don't do this, whether legally or illegally, they won't eat. That's sonship will curb that or eliminate it because you know I still have time to mature and get to a stage where I could do this in a healthy manner, right? So that to me is why fathering is always needed. Now, you may get fathering from an actual father. You may have an uncle. You may have a mentor. You may have some kind of gift that you have, something you do that fathers you, that teaches you that you need to develop some kind of patience in what you're doing, that what you're doing is not going to happen overnight. Right? You're playing an instrument. You start piano lessons, right? It's going to take years to get good at this craft. It's not going to be a couple weeks, a couple months, that kind of thing that lets you can't have it all right now. And you're not supposed to, right? And also somebody tell you can't go and take it from somebody else either. That's another thing that fathering does, right? You yourself, take your time and work hard, have some patience and try to get this skill. And somebody who can kind of mentor you on how to do these things. And that's really lost. And that's one of the things that ritual used to do in a lot of our societies too. You know, these passages to manhood that we don't have in our society anymore. And our lack of fathering also contributes to that as well. So yeah, I don't, okay, there are certain fathers who aren't any good and they don't need to be around, yes. But the idea that fathering itself, a person doesn't need that, especially young men, no, that's not the case at all. We all need fathering, desperately. We desperately need it.
Why is the emphasis usually when they speak about the negative impact of absent fathers, they focus on the females, but I think the male is neglected. And I feel that the male, specifically black boys, are impacted more than black girls from an absent father. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, look, I'm going to say this as a male, but I'm sure there's going to be black women who say that women suffer from it too. But the thing is, black men, you have no pattern to follow when the father is absent, right? I don't care how good a mother is. She can't be a model for you how to be a male. On the experiences of being male. That's why, again, I said that, like I said before, that fathering aspect is needed. Look, there are a lot of reasons why black fathers, this image of black fathers not being around and so forth is out there. Some of it's not true because some of the data suggests that black men are very involved in the lives of their children. Of course, at certain locations that's the case, but overall, when black men are involved, they're very involved and great fathers. There are different dynamics as to why that isn't the case in certain families and certain environments. But back to the point, I think that the necessity of having a model to look at, for good or for bad, because not that this model you're going to try to do everything that your father has done, but somebody you could look at and say, you know what, he goes to work every day. He He tries to be a good provider. He tries to encourage me when I'm doing certain things. Not that he's perfect. There's certain things you can learn, and also certain things that he does that you know you shouldn't do, right? So either way, that model that you could constantly be engaged with is necessary. I think a young man has to have that to mature in a healthy way.